Let's have a quick look at the interface of the Model 15. You can navigate through the interface with the two-finger scrolling gesture. You can also use a two-finger pinch gesture to zoom in or zoom out. You can't scroll with one finger. The one-finger scrolling gesture is for controlling parameters, but you can use the one-finger scrolling gesture over here to navigate around the app. Now to control any parameter, just tap and drag up or down. Pretty straightforward. Double tapping a dial will set it back to its default value. Now what about connections? Let's say I want to make a connection from this output here. As soon as I tap and drag from there, you'll see all the possible inputs are now highlighted. So you can't make any mistakes. With your other hand, you can navigate around with the one-finger scroll gesture. So when you want to make a connection, just drop it to a particular input there. I can also undo that to remove that connection. Another way to make a connection is to double tap, and we get those same highlighted inputs, and then double tap to make a particular connection. I'll undo that as well. Now the keyboard colors get randomly assigned, but you can manually change it. Just tap and hold any cable, and then when you see this coloring, just tap the color that you want to switch to. We can browse through the different presets over here. You have the banks on the left and the actual presets on the right. The app comes with a huge variety of presets. And we can also select new preset to start from scratch. You get this error exclamation mark that's letting you know that there's no sound. Alright, so I'm going to quickly set up a patch. I'll take the output of the sawtooth here, plug it to the input on the filter, take the output of the filter, plug it to the input on the VCA. Output on the VCA goes to the trunk line. I'll take the output of this envelope, plug it to the control input on the VCA, and I'll just shape that envelope. So now when I play on the keyboard, I get sound. I'll open up that cutoff. Don't worry if any of this stuff doesn't make sense yet. Eventually it will. I'm going to take this other envelope out and plug it to the control input on the low-pass filter. Shape that envelope. Bring the cutoff down. So now I get this plucky type sound. Now if you want to have fine control over a particular parameter, as you're adjusting the parameter, you can just hold down a finger anywhere else on the screen. So you'll notice that the parameter moves a lot slower when you do that. Alright, so that's how to use the interface of this app. Now one very cool feature on the app that the original did not have was that you can just hit the switch here and enable polyphonic mode. So you can play up to 4 notes simultaneously. So imagine 4 copies of this synth running simultaneously. Switch back to monophonic, and we're back to that single voice. Alright, so that's a brief introduction to this app and how to navigate through the app. In the next few tutorials, we'll look at all the different modules in a bit more detail.